Okay, good morning, grade 11. We are going to do page 159, activity 2, number 2. There are two programs there. The first one I'm going to tackle is the one with the timer, because that's always fun, isn't it? It says here, use a timer to display a letter every minute and make a beep sound. So, well, everything's going to happen in the timer then, that's what's going to happen. But before we do that, we need to have our nice array. It says there we have to have an array of letters, and we're going to use a constant array. So this is how you declare a constant array. Now we can declare, we'll make it global, obviously. Well, that's not obvious, but I'm going to make it global because, you know, makes sense. There's only one component here. Oh, there's another one, the label. So the label is going to use it. This timer is going to have the code in it. We'll make a global variable over here, but it's actually a constant. So we type constant, and then array, ARR, we call it letters, let's call it letters, colon, array, one, dot, how many boxes, how many indices or boxes, whatever we're going to use. Well, it says there, all letters of the alphabet except Q, X, Y, and Z. So that means 22 of, if it's letters of the alphabet, char data type. It's a good one to use, and then we say equal, and then we go and put in our characters. We don't want Q. We don't want X, Y, and Z. So there we have all the letters of the alphabet. That's how we type them. Interesting, hey? It's round brackets, an equal sign, and then we have our constant array. Right, so then we've put all the contents into the array at the same time as declaring it. I'll put it under the word constant. That means I do not want it to be able to be changed at all at any time whatsoever in code. So in the code down below, we can't ever change any contents of the array, but we can only do it before runtime. The programmer can come here and put in another letter of the alphabet if they want, whatever, or change it. But now, when we want to display a lucky number, a random number from 1 to 22, there's 22 characters to choose from, and each character is going to be displayed on this label here. But it's all going to happen in the timer. Now this timer has been put in the form, and it's set to an interval of 60,000, which is 1 minute, 60,000 milliseconds, I think it is. And if I take one of those noughts away, then I will have 6,000, which means 6 seconds between each letter of the alphabet, just so that it will be quicker, you know. We add another nought to 11 minutes, so that's a milliseconds, that number over there. Right, so the code is going to be in the timer itself. We click on events, or we click on the timer, then go to events, and on timer, just double click in that place, and there it is, timer 1, timer. Right, what's going to happen? We're going to say beep. So every 6 seconds we're going to beep. Then we're going to display in the label LBL letters dot caption equals the array box number ARR letters, but what box number is going to go in there? What indices are we going to display? Well, it's got to be a random number from 1 to 22. So let's go and make a variable for a random number. RAN, I could have put it in there too, random whatever, but I'm not going to. RAN equals random range, open brackets, 1, 23. There's 22 boxes, but I want to go from 1. I've got to put a 23 here, otherwise random range will not work. It won't go up to, it'll only go up to 21 if I put a 22 there. So if you do that wrong in the exam, you will lose a mark, because we've told you that millions of times. Random range is going to be here in the user section. We have to declare math in the user section in order to use random range. So guess what goes in the square brackets there? RAN. then that's it. Just remember random range, those two parameters. 20, if you want 22 from 1 to 22, you've got to say 1, 23. Right, let's run the code and let's see it happen. Oops, error. Okay, let's see here what happened. Elements 21 differs. Oh, I've got 21 elements. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Oh, I left out an I. There we go. Clever processor showing, compiler. Okay, let's have a look. Where is it? Wait 6 seconds. There we go. Hear the beep. Another 6 seconds. There we go. Right, so that one's done. Let's go and do the other program quickly. It's still running. Okay, we're going to open Delphi. Yeah, because I've got 2 versions installed. I have to open them. I have to open all my programs like this. It's very painful. I'm going to troubleshoot that one. Not the fastest computer. Right, I'm going to open the other program. That's activity 2. It's actually not registered as 2 activities, but I've divided into 2 programs. You will see when you do it. There are 2 programs. So this one is when we click the button, we want to show which letter. See that button click? So everything we did in the timer, we're going to do in this button click. And of course, I won't have to go and type those letters of the alphabet all over again, so go and copy and paste from there quickly. Our constant array declaration. Don't have to type that all over again, eh? So you know that you can also put your constants over here, okay? Right there. There. We can put it underneath this public declaration or in the private. Yeah, what does private mean? This means that there's class scope, okay? It means that only this program that we're working with now, this unit we're typing in, only this unit can use whatever's in private. And see it and use it. But if you put anything over here, it means other programs can see and use it, or in the public section. So we call this class scope because this is a class. Another word for a unit is a class. Yep. Now we're going to move on to the code that we need for our, and I'm copying and pasting, guys. I wanted to show you now. What happened is when the button is clicked, then we're going to generate a random number. We can do beep, why not? And then we generate a random number and we display it in the caption property of the label. AR letters IRAN. Now remember, AR letters is a char data type. And of course we do have to include our math unit over there. And that is done. I just copied and pasted the code from the other one quickly. So let's run the program. And we click the button, and there it is. And then I click another button, then I click the button again, click the button again, click the button again. I don't have to have the irritating beep sound, but that's just for the people to know, oh no, you've got to go and play the game, kind of thing, you know. You can read the instructions there. It's a game called name, surname, animal, and town, where you've got to go and guess those 4 things for the letter. Okay, well, go and write the program, and without looking. Goodbye.